Joining us now from outside the courthouse in West Palm Beach, Florida, NBC News correspondent Vaughn Hilliard. Also with us, NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Dilanian, and the host of Way Too Early, the author of The Big Lie, White House bureau chief at Politico, Jonathan Lemire. Vaughn, we'll start with you. Bring us up to date on where everything stands in terms of what was seized, seen, and reported out of Mar-a-Lago.
Right. So here at the Southern District of Florida, Judge Cannon, she's a Trump-appointed district judge who was appointed by the former president just weeks after the 2020 election. She will be the one hearing the special master hearing this afternoon. You saw 48 hours ago in which the Department of Justice laid out over the course of 40 pages its case for the unnecessary move to appoint a special master to go through the trove of documents that were acquired there on August 8th. Why? Well, the DOJ says that they've already done this here. The Trump team, they want a special master in order to go through the records that were seized to determine what was attorney-client privilege. What should these investigators not have their eyes on? But the issue here, the Department of Justice says, is that their team has already sorted through these documents, and they have set aside a small number of them in which the investigators will not take their put their eyes on. But this is the situation here. You guys mentioned it was the Trump statement last night in which he directly said and acknowledged that, in fact, those very documents were taken out of his office there, but out of cartons, in his words. Just 2 months earlier, though, on June 3rd, Christina Bobb, who was officially the custodian of his records, signed on his behalf, said under oath in a sworn affidavit that all appropriate documents had been surrendered to the Department of Justice. Of course, when you're looking at that filing from 48 hours ago, the Department of Justice says that they had acquired more than double the number of classified documents that had been turned over 2 months previous as part of that June 3rd setup meeting between Trump's lawyers and the Department of Justice. But one other note here, when we are talking about the legality of this here and the potential danger, the Department of Justice is laying out and the need to not have a special master, but instead to be able to move this case promptly along, the Department of Justice is citing the concerns around national security here, saying that there are potential sources of important national security information that could be in danger, and that is why the Office of the Director of National Intelligence is currently reviewing these very documents that were seized by the FBI here. And I think almost in a way, Alina Habba, she is a Trump attorney, not working on this specific case, yet is appearing last night on Fox News, on Sean Hannity. And I think that she almost, maybe unintentionally, but acknowledged the importance in the potential access that visitors to Mar-a-Lago had to these very documents. Take a listen last night talking to Sean Hannity.
Did the FBI do that, or was that the way that room looked before they went in there? Do you have any firsthand knowledge?
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen the press today. I do have firsthand knowledge, as you know. I have been down there. I'm down there frequently. I have never seen that. I have never, ever seen that. That is not the way his office looks. Anybody that knows President Trump's office, he has guests frequently there. It's just a joke. They literally must have gone in and taken out documents they wanted, or cover letters, as it is, and put it about so that the public believes that this is top secret documents that were on his floor. It's ridiculous. I can tell you personally, It's ridiculous. I've never seen that.
That is Vaughn. That is Vaughn. One of the dumbest things Vaughn, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. There is literally an FBI exhibit that says 2A. Anybody that's ever seen one episode of Law and Order knows they get evidence, they put it out, they take pictures of the evidence on the floor. Everybody knows that. Is this, I'm sorry, I know you're a reporter. You can't say this. I just asked the rhetorical question. Is this really what Trump's defenders have been reduced to?
And she says that guests frequently visit that very office.
Great.
Yeah, the idea, though, that people saw this picture thinking that Donald Trump left those on the floor, of course, nobody thought that at all. Again, they're desperately trying to find anything to defend. But you're right, though. While making this stupid assertion that the FBI wanted people to think that's where he left them, which nobody thought that. She also, of course, admitted that people went into this room frequently where there were top secret documents stored.
And there's a question there that has been put out ultimately. If you're talking about Christina Bobb, Trump's lawyer, the custodian of those records there, to what extent did she actually know whether the documents had been surrendered or not? You know, but that's where Alina Habba, the other attorney here, who's actually working on the New York Attorney General's case, so it's not quite clear what she actually knows about the documents related to the search warrant execution, related to the National Archives documents that they wanted to secure. At the same time, Alina Habba actually, I think, is also another interesting character because she, on May 5th of this year, as part of her efforts in that New York Attorney General's case, guys, she actually signed another sworn affidavit in which she said that she went through closets, through dresser drawers, through the office desk, everything to look for relevant documents related to that Trump Organization case with the New York Attorney General's office, which suggests that she would have come into contact as an independent citizen, separate from this case, would have come into contact with these classified documents, which again hits at the very heart of the question here. Who had access to these documents? If Alina Habba, a lawyer working on a whole separate case, had access to them, and we now know that guests frequently visited his offices, who had access to these documents? And we still don't have the answer as to what these documents even pertained at this time.
All right, NBC's Vaughn Hilliard in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Wow.
Vaughn, thanks so much.